Hey guys, it's Meshida. Today we have a special guest all the way from the USA. Hentai American, Mr. Jack.
Yeah, baby, it's Mr. Jack.
Mr. Jackson, who are you?
Well, I'm an American guy. Came in here a while ago. It was Edo period, and I had a kimono finish. So, what a great place.
Okay.
So I came here, and then a few years ago, I was on the train, and I noticed all these sad, tired women.
Yeah.
If you're ever on the Tokyo train, you see all these women who they don't look happy. They're exhausted. They're like this. And my company was selling videos on how to sex already. So I figured, why don't I actually make a school where we can teach guys directly on how to, be better in bed.
So you thought, Japanese women look so, tired or frustrated, disappointed because they don't have a good sex.
Exactly.
Then you became Mr. Jack. Exactly. From a boring Jack.
Right. It was my mission to make Japan a happier place, one orgasm at a time. Okay. And there's only so much I can do by myself. Yeah. So I figured if I could teach a lot of guys, scale up in size, scale up. So
I heard from the real Mr. Jack,
yes,
your friend. So, he has a success problem with his Japanese wife. Even though.
Let's just say a gentleman doesn't tell the truth, at least when he's not drunk. Give me a few beers and then maybe we'll talk more.
But Mr. Jackson won't help Japanese people.
Exactly.
Japanese women.
Well, I want to help Japanese men help Japanese women.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah.
Because I think there's three types of men when it comes to sex, or three types of straight men.
Yeah.
There's guys who know what they're doing and are pretty good.
Yeah.
There are guys who really don't care, and you can't help them. But there's a lot of guys who want to be good, but it's not something that, nobody teaches people how to be good in bed, And many people watch porn, and porn is a lot of fun for a man to watch. It's great. It's male fantasy.
Yeah.
But it's not reality. And if you're watching porn to get better at sex, you've made a big mistake. It's just not going to happen.
Well, in my case, I'm not one of them because, I prefer to, do like this. I'm so tired,
You're the fourth type of guy. The guy who likes women but doesn't touch them.
Yeah, but I think in America, just three types of guys. But in Japan, we have four types of guys.
Yes.
And then fourth one, like this one.
Yes.
Many. Maybe.
Yes, I think there's a lot of that too.
Listen, he started his kind of sex teaching class.
Yes.
And then what did you teach?
Okay, so we had two types of seminars. First seminar we're going to only talk about for a second. We did talk seminars. So we'd have a couple of teachers, and usually including a porn actress, come in and just talk to guys.
Wow, porn actress talk. Actors.
Usually the actresses. So once we had a famous director talk as well.
Wow.
And just talk about, what they enjoy privately, not what they enjoy, on a movie set. Yeah. But our main business was what were called practice seminars.
Really?
So,
practice?
Right. So what would happen is we'd have three students.
Yeah.
The teacher would come in and talk about a technique. We only taught touching touching and foreplay at the beginning.
Okay.
But the teacher would talk for about 20 to 30 minutes. Then he would actually practice on the actress in front of the students.
Focus on foreplay.
Right, only foreplay. There was no actual.
Okay, Mr. Jackson
right.
taught Japanese men how to do foreplay.
Yes, exactly. We were foreplay experts. Basically, the idea is you should think of foreplay as dinner, and penetration as dessert. And you never eat dessert until you finish your dinner. Every American kid is told that.
But listen, women love dessert.
But only only after they've eaten their vegetables.
Yeah, okay.
Or after you've eaten their vegetables, as the case might be.
Yeah.
So.
That's great. So, Mr. Jackson.
Yes.
So, I think you have a lot of experience to have sex with Japanese women. So, what do you think? What? Maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I believe you, Mr. Jackson, I believe you. So, what is the big difference between Japanese women and American women when it comes to like sex?
It's a great question, and to be honest, all cats are gray in the dark.
Oh.
Which means women tend to be pretty much the same. I mean, yeah American women are louder.
Yeah.
You know, American women are much louder. But
yeah, definitely.
But really, they want the same things. They want a guy to treat them nicely. They want a guy to give them orgasms, and they want a guy to show them respect when it's all said and done with. They don't want to be treated like garbage when it's over with. So they're pretty much the same with some small differences.
Yeah.
I find the big difference is Japanese guys.
What?
And because Japanese guys, the big difference is they're quiet during sex.
Why? I think it's very normal. We don't want to say, oh yeah, you're beautiful. Oh really? Come on. It's kind of like a, weird for us.
Okay, but the point is, I don't care if it's strange or not strange. My point is, what's most effective with women? And I have a really weird story. So I was a lot into NTR play and threesome. So if you don't know what NTR play, it's Japanese for cuckold.
Don't worry, my viewers know that.
sorry.
Mr. Jackson.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
Our viewers, your friend,
Yes. Sorry, guys. So I met this couple, and this was threesome play. So the husband wanted me and him to, have sex with the wife. So we go in and we start and we do some foreplay, and I like long foreplay, but he was like really quick rushing it, and we do a little bit of foreplay, and then he goes, well, I'll be the first one in. Yeah. It's like, okay, I mean, it's his wife, so he chooses. So he goes in, and they're having sex, and first of all, he's moving really slowly. Second of all, it was freaky. If I blindfolded you and put you 10 centimeters from them, you would not know there was a couple next to you having sex. Yeah. This was the sound. There was nothing. There was zero sound. There wasn't even the sound of sex because he was moving really slowly. Yeah. This goes on for about 2 minutes, and he pulls out, and I thought... 2 minutes? Just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. And he pulls out, and I'm thinking, okay, they're going to change position. It's just 2 minutes. He doesn't say anything. And it wasn't like he made a cum sound. It wasn't, it was just like, it was the same really slow motion. He pulls out, and then he takes off the condom, and he finished. And he's like showing it to me like a prize or something. And then he says, okay, now it's your turn. Really? Yeah, it was pretty strange for me just to see it that quiet. Yeah. I mean, it was like, there was no sound. Like a robot. And there was no strange movement either. It's like usually when a guy's going to come, he like goes a little faster. Not this guy. It was just the same really slow move. It's amazing. Looking back, it was amazing how boring the sex was. Yeah. And now I realize, Mr. Jackson. Yes. You joined Japanese porn before. We have no commentary. A gentleman never tells when sober. I know, Jackson. You were in NTR series. So, a gentleman never tells when sober. Okay. But, so, then it's my turn. So I start to how to act. You say, oh yeah. Well, first of all, I say, you're so sexy, you're so cute. I touch her face, and she's getting more into it. Yeah. And, I go on more than 2 minutes. I didn't count, but I'm sure I was longer than 2 minutes. Yeah. And at the end, I'm more of a lion type. I roar. Yeah. And you say like, oh yeah, baby. But I think only foreign guy, allowed to say that. Because if we say like, oh yeah, it's so weird. Japanese people say, you don't say it in English, but you can say it in Japanese. Oh my god, it's more weird. But no, but how can I say? Can you do that? Japanese? Can you act that? Please teach me how to react when we come. Mecha mecha kimochi, babe. Can you do that to them? Mecha mecha kimochi yo. Mecha mecha kimochi. Samai da yo. Mo gamen dekinai yo. Oh, sugoi. Sugu decchau zo. Oh, gamen shitai kedo dekinai. Anatta wa sugo sugiru yo. Sugosugiru anata.
That's so fucking weird.
Okay. But the point
Japanese women freaked out.
no, they don't. They go wild. The point is, once you get into the Aerozone,
Mr. Jackson, are you a teacher?
they go wild. Any case. So
okay, you should come here because you
Okay.
have to.
Okay.
say
Any
something.
case.
Yeah.
So finally, I finish,
Sure.
and the husband then goes, "Well, I'm going to go take a shower first."
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
He goes in, and as soon as the door shuts and the shower sound comes on,
Yeah.
she just grabs hold onto me and starts crying into my ear
Yeah.
and thanking me. She goes, you can see when I'm with my husband, I don't know if I've had fun or not, or if he's had fun or not.
Yeah.
Because he's so quiet,
Yeah.
he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's enjoying this or not. With you, it was fun.
Yeah.
And I know you enjoyed it. So thank you so much. And she's like crying and holding on to me.
Yeah.
And so women want to feel like they've made their guy happy.
Yeah.
And one way to make them know that you're happy is by letting them know through your voice.
Wow. So you helped Japanese wife.
Yes.
Even though Real Jackson has a sexist problem with his Japanese wife.
Jack is theoretically not married. Jack is not.
So, Mr. Jackson.
Yes.
I think many foreign men want
Yes.
to know when they come to Japan and they meet Japanese women,
Yes.
so how to make Japanese women turn on. Meet a bar and how to do that,
Okay. So the big points with Japanese women is you have to be make things comfortable for them and be different from Japanese men. So first thing is
different from Japanese men. Okay,
right. So
listen. Okay,
a couple points are be romantic. So get her some chocolate or flowers. You don't have to they don't cost a lot of money. You don't have to get 10,000 yen worth of really expensive chocolates.
Yeah.
But a couple of flowers, some roses.
Okay, listen. Mr. Jackson.
Yes.
You mean romantic mean chocolate and flowers? Really?
You want a woman to feel like she's a special woman.
Okay, you should buy chocolate and flower before you meet Japanese women. Okay.
So a little bit of romance goes a long way.
Yeah.
Number 2, compliments.
Oh.
Mr. Meshida is a very nice guy, but lots of Japanese guys are shy when expressing their feelings to women. So just say, she's cute, or she's wearing nice clothes. Say that.
Yeah.
One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to lie. So let's say you're dealing with a typical Japanese woman that doesn't have big breasts.
Yeah.
You don't say, you've got the biggest beautiful tits I've ever seen. Make the compliment real. Make the compliments real.
That's a little bit hentai, your boobs are big,
Right. Be a gentleman. Be a gentleman, but make it real.
Yeah.
So, like, if she's got nice clothes, say, oh, that's a lovely skirt, hun. So
yeah, I understand. Okay. So Mr. Jackson, you can speak Japanese, all right?
Yes.
So, okay. We will show you guys how to say that. Okay, imagine I'm a woman.
Right.
Imagine you meet Japanese women. So, how to say that in Japanese?
Mecha mecha kawaii ne. そのスカートがめちゃめちゃ合いますよ。その色が大好きじゃ。Right, just, make it sound legit.
So what is number 3?
Smile, laugh.
Smile and laugh.
Right.
That's number 3.
That's number 3. It's really important.
Yeah.
It's creating a mood of fun.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, please smile. How to do
Yes, everybody. Hi. Hi, Mary-chan. Genki today? You look so good. That dress is lovely on you. Oh, and here's a flower for you. I hope you like a rose.
I can't believe it worked,
It works.
So far for you?
It works. You'd be surprised. I was surprised. Next, it's actually a very secret, or it's important. Japanese women, Japanese people in general, but in specific, Japanese women are really into being clean. In Japanese, they call it seiketsukan. But you've got to be clean. So I think that, a lot of women have said this to me, is that they don't like guys who wear a lot of cologne. and perfume.
Mm.
You're better off showering.
Yeah.
And maybe putting on a little bit, but some women, they might really like a cologne, but if they don't like the cologne you're wearing, you've lost any chance you've got. So I think just try and be naturally clean.
Yeah.
Pay attention to your clothes. And here's for something that's really hidden.
Yeah.
Fingernails. The guy's got long fingernails.
Yeah.
Girls, if they're imagining something happening, they imagine that your fingers being put in them.
Yeah.
Make sure your fingernails are number 1, clean.
Yeah.
Number 2, that they're cut.
Yeah.
Of course, everything else should be clean, but really pay attention to your cleanliness. The level here is much higher than back where you're from. If you're from the States, there are a lot of American chicks who will let you be sloppy. Japanese chicks will not let you be sloppy.
Yeah. I understand because I think the nail is very important.
Right. If you're really drunk, and because you're really drunk, you can't perform, or you get like really old.
Yeah.
Your fingers never go soft. Your fingers are always hard. So remember that, guys. The last one, this is really important.
Yeah.
Okay, women are scared to have sex with a new guy. So if you make them think about it, they're going to say no.
Yeah.
So if let's say you need to think out what your date plan is going to be.
Yeah.
Where are we going to go?
Yeah.
And it's good to go to a couple places.
Yeah.
But what's really key is when you're done.
Yeah.
And you're walking back or somewhere.
Yeah.
You're holding her hand.
Yeah.
If you go to her and you're like out in the middle of nowhere and you say, well, let's go to a hotel.
Yeah.
It's really uncomfortable for a woman because she's got to think about it. You don't want women to think.
Yeah.
You want them to react naturally.
Maybe feminists to kill you. Nowadays,
Yeah, I don't mean it in a bad way, but yeah, I mean, right. This is not PC, but it's effective. When you make your move, make sure there are love hotels nearby. And if you're not used to Tokyo or wherever city you're in, check ahead where are the nearest love hotels.
Yeah.
And then make your date plan so that you're by love hotels.
Yeah.
Because that way you're walking with her, and all of a sudden you find yourself in front of a love hotel just by accident.
Yeah.
And then it's easy to say, oh, shall we go in?
So, guys, listen. So, when you come to Tokyo or like Japan, after this pandemic, first, you should find a big nightclub or like a good bar. And then maybe, I think it's better to book hotel close to bar or club. Because love hotel is kind of expensive. Yeah, I mean, if you already have a hotel, again, it all depends on your situation. If you're a guy living here, it's different. But think ahead. Yeah. So if you've got your hotel, that's fine. Yeah. Especially if there are Japanese women who really like the fancy hotels. I mean, but fancy hotels are quite expensive. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if you have one, feel free to mention that you're staying at that hotel.
Yeah. And then, before you go out, you just take a shower.
Right.
And then don't use perfume too much.
Right.
And check out your nail.
Right.
And practice smiling.
Right.
And today, Jack-san give you one magical Japanese word. Okay? First, if you meet Japanese women, maybe you should say something Japanese. So which Japanese word is the best? First you meet Japanese women. Wait.
Yeah.
So, please teach them. So.
かわいいね。かわいいね。マリちゃん。めちゃめちゃかわいいよ。
Okay, Mari-chan. Guys, remember? かわいいね. It means you're so cute.
Right. And the thing is, Japanese girls really don't like to be called sexy too much unless you know them.
Yeah.
They really prefer cute.
Yeah.
There are there are exceptions to everything, of course, but Japanese chicks really like just to be cute. And so you never fail by telling them that they're cute.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's an overused word, but they want to hear it over and over and over again. Guys, there's so many sad girls on the train. Please come here and give them a smile. It makes me so sad to see them come here, make their day. And then on the train, I can see lots of women like this.
So, and don't forget, guys, if you want to see the special Mr. Jack class or lesson, so please subscribe to my Patreon. Mr. Jack-san teach us how to make Japanese women come.
Yes, I will teach you all the naughty secrets, or at least most of them.
I'm not sure it's not work or not, but anyway. Do you want to say something? The last word?
Well, it's been a pleasure being here, Meshida-san. And yes, definitely come to the Patreon because you'll learn a lot of secrets that just most guys never even have heard about. So, and just ways of thinking about stuff that will just blow your mind and blow her mind. Yeah. So, do you want to check Addicted to You? Then the next video will be for you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jackson. Thank you very much for joining.
Yeah, baby.
Today.
And remember, kawaii ne.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.